ready to get going here shortly. Into the zone, green flag in the air, GTP action underway.
Ian Drennan getting a huge jump. He's going to have a heck of an advantage into turn one as the LMP2 glass going across the stripe now. There's a 3 or 4 car battle at the front of that field.
Well, they're duking it out heading into turn one, and then the GT3 taking the green flag. Alex Lalonde leading the pack. Let's jump around, see what's going on as they're duking it out in the GTPs already.
Like you said, it definitely got spicy quick. We'll see if these guys can get spread out here.
Yeah, Ian Drennan starting to pull away a little bit, and then we jump back here. GT3 battle for the lead right here between Alex Lalonde and Miguel Torres. Lalonde might have some competition here in this GT3 class tonight.
I'll believe it when I see it. The man didn't even have to show up tonight, and he would have had the championship won. But we'll see if there's anybody that can compete with that Ford Mustang of Lalonde.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on Miguel Torres. I believe he's out of Puerto Rico, and he's trying to look to the inside of Alex Lalonde.
He's got the run here going through the oval part of the track, turns 1 and 2, as you know him. If you're a NASCAR watcher, he's going to have the momentum coming onto the backstretch. We'll see if Lalonde forces something into the backstretch.
And then jumping into the LMP2s, your battle for the championship here. CK Casey Catola in the 2nd position, while Daniel Nans has fallen back to 5th.
Catola needs to finish at least 5th place or worse for Daniel Nans to have a chance. Even if Catola finishes 5th, Nans needs to win the race in that class.
Well, Jesse, all I know, though, is Matthew Elmore is junk. Let's just see what happened.
Looks like he got hit by the bus stop hard. That car looked like it was in a bunch of pieces.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah, that thing is destroyed. Immediate tow for the 89 car Matthew Elmore there. Immediate tow.
This reminds me of the last time I hopped in one of these LMP2s, Jesse. You know, you go into the corner here a little bit too hard, kick sideways, nothing you can do then. Wham!
Well, and that's the thing you don't think about. You practice and practice and practice, and you run the same exact line on all your practice laps. You know, perfect line going through that bus stop. And then you get in the race, and there's somebody next to you going into it. You got to adjust that line a little bit. You might not be used to it, and it'll bite you.
Yeah.
So there's somebody off to the right there in the grass. Who's that?
Marco Benetti. Doing burnouts.
That is a beautiful paint scheme, but I wouldn't say it's a good one on a lawnmower.
Yeah, unfortunately, Benetti straight from Italy, looping around, taking a ride in the grass.
Here at the end of this race.
How about this battle for this GT3 lead here, Jesse, and between Lalonde and Torres? These guys have been bumper to bumper since the start.
Yeah, it's a good race. I see that Miguel Torres is a member of Vice Motorsport, the same team that Marco Benetti. I believe they're on the same team. Hopefully, Miguel Torres has some better luck than Benetti. Our drone budget is starting to get real slim, so just
don't worry, Jesse.
Christian's been trying to tell you, but just be careful.
I'm flying around Tom Smith. You know, I'm gonna try to give our fans a better look at this paint job here. See if I can take it down on the track a little bit.
Oh, well, watch out for the fence.
That was tight. But yeah, take a look at this paint job, everybody. What is going on here, Jesse?
That looks like an endurance racer's dream. To be able to have the toilet right there with them when they drive, so they don't have to worry about getting out of the car, getting up to use the bathroom. Even got the Charmin there ready on the bottom left. I don't know if you noticed that. On the hood, on the roof too.
A great touch here. You know, Tom Smith looking to find some speed, but he's at least got the paint down for us. And jumping around, looks like Michael Ford crashed earlier here. Let's see what happened.
FJF Racing number 36 making his way back onto the oval.
Slide job.
Overcooked a little bit. Yeah, as you say, slide job for sure. Managed not to get run over by anyone else. Thanks to no damage he carries on.
Michael Hickman just crashed it here. Let's see what old Hickman had up his sleeve here in that 97. Oh.
Racing there in front of him. Does he throw his name in the hat? Oh!
The guy comes down a little bit, and Hickman slammed his brakes to avoid him. See, Tom Smith here supposedly crashes. Oh, there it is. Right there. That's going to be a people killer right there tonight, it looks like.
Thankfully, he was already on the toilet for that one.
Rolling right now. Let's jump up front here. Your race leader, Dominic Ford, getting through some traffic.
It only takes a handful of laps here at Daytona. Next thing you know, you're catching the slower cars, and look at the mess that Ian Drennan's got to wade through right now to try to get back up there to Dominique Ford. There's about a pack of 6 or 7 cars there, all different speed levels, just fighting each other here.
Boy, that's got to be tough. You know, that's probably the hardest thing when you're in these fast cars, trying to navigate around the. You really got to pick your battles. Oh gosh, this guy's sending it in there, but you really got to pick and choose your battles because you obviously know you're a lot faster, but you don't want to put yourself in a bad spot.
Well, Blake, I know that you're such a well-established road racer and such an expert when it comes to these cars. If you're out here doing this multi-class race, so do you want to be the fast guy and have to work your way around the slow cars? Or do you want to be the slow car and just let the fast guys do what they need to do and just kind of survive? Or do you want to be in the middle like the LMP2?
You know, Jesse, we got one off the track there. I believe that's Tom Smith. But, you know, Jesse, I just have too much talent to be in the slowest car. So if I'm out there, I'm taking the GTPs out and I'm trying to win this thing.
That's understandable. You got to do the classic GTP full send sometimes to get around the slower car. That definitely seems like something up your alley.
100% is Sam Trotter. Boy, I tell you what, Jesse, I don't know if you know this about Sam Trotter, but this guy lives and breathes anime.
Oh, does he? He's big. Him and Aaron Poplin would get along really well, is what you're saying. Oh, look at that send.
Yeah, he's sending this thing in there. He loves anime. I tell you what, Jesse, the only time he stops watching anime is while he's doing these races here with MCR because he loves it so much. But he did tell me he's always got it on in the background.
I was going to say, if you're so dedicated to your craft like that, these things, I'm sure, have digital dashes on the wheel or in the dashboard. Just throw your show on there.
Let's take a look. Oh, I don't know. We can't really see to the right there, Jesse. You think he might have something planned?
Yeah, he might have some Yu-Gi-Oh on there or some My Hero Academia, or I don't. Those are like the only 2 animes I know off the top of my head. It takes me a little bit to think of some names.
Yeah, the only one I know of is Death Note, and apparently the thing on the car he said wasn't an anime, but I don't know. It looks like an anime to me, but nonetheless, we're gonna jump around. Oh, looks like Jeremy Roost has just jumped it.
Let's take a look here. He's flying around that corner. You got somebody flashing the lights there in front of him. He tries to go for it.
He dumps him.
Oh man, he went for that inside move. The guys weren't ready for it, and before you know it, there's contact, and that poor GT3 just kind of got caught up in it.
You know, Jess, you got to keep these guys on their toes here. Making a move here to the inside. He dumps one there, loops it around, takes out the GT3.
That's what we call in racing a low percentage move. I appreciate the effort, but you got to think, if you think back on it, you got to say there was not a really good chance of that working out for me.
Yeah, really, probably had about a 10% chance to work. He liked his odds, though. Pulling away, Jordan Miller just junked it. Let's see what happened here.
I believe that's one of Casey Catola's teammates here. Coming into the turn, has been fighting everybody. He just overcooked it.
Oh, he forgot to turn, Jesse. There was a turn there.
I've done that one before. That's going to be, it doesn't look like much, but you knock the front clip off of these cars, it takes you a little bit in pits to get that repaired, so that's unfortunate for him.
He tried to turn his wheels. He knew he wasn't making it. He is junk. No headlights either. He's done. Yeah, and how about Miguel Torres starting to pull away just a little bit from Alex Lalonde, lead up to a second for this GT3 battle.
He might have had some sort of connection issues. I'm not sure. I can check on that.
He did not wreck. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Your race leader, Miguel Torres, for the GT3s, I believe he just disconnected. That is unfortunate.
I can really tell what's going on.
Just curious. Looks like Braden Carlson sends it in a little bit too hard there in turn 1. I'm getting pretty good at these turns, huh?
Yeah, that one's pretty easy to remember. It is the first one, so you got that one down pat. It's interesting that turn seems to be catching a lot of people out. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's good looking here. Let's see if we can get a closer look here. I think I can make something happen.
Here comes the drone. Let's see if Blake can keep this one intact.
I'm going to push the limit here, Jesse. I think I can get really close to this one.
All right, let's see what you can do. Just, try to be careful, not let another one go smashing to pieces here on the track. But that is a beautiful paint scheme on that Porsche GTP there for Michael IRAC. Once again, as mentioned before, your GTP champion.
Absolutely, and I think I can make the pass here because, boy, I tell you what, Jesse, these drones are so fast. I'm going like 250 mile an hour. Oh!
Oh, God. There it
Well,
goes.
we have lost connection. Jesse, there is drone debris on the trioval right now.
And speaking of Katola in second, the usual scene here in MCR, you've got Katola and Beznerowitz right there side by side as teammates fighting each other. Every time I tune in, it seems like these two guys are right next to each other. It changes which one's in front or behind, but they're always right there with each other.
Yeah, always battling out here. And here's Nons right here. He's hoping those two junk each other because he wants a shot at this LMP2 championship. Right now we're watching Michael Hickman, a 3-car battle for P2 between the three. As he's looking to the outside. Way wide.
Whoa, he has to run way off the track there. I'm not sure if Beznerowitz knew he was there or if that was a defensive move.
Yeah, these three duking it out here. Again, this is for second place with the class, and a little bit behind him, you'll see Non sneaking into the picture.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
We are back here, and Jesse, what do you think of that message from Larry McReynolds, America's crew chief?
It's just like he says, he would never steer you wrong. You got to subscribe.
Yeah, best battle on the track right now looks to be the battle for third with the LMP2s. We got Nons trying to run down Benarowitz right in front of him here, about a 4/10 second gap between the two.
Yeah, we saw Katola and Beznerowicz next to each other for a bit there. Katola kind of spreading the gap, getting a little bit away from the car.
We are back here at Daytona. Jesse, how excited are you for season 4 coming up here with Motor City Racing?
I think it's a great addition to the channel. I mean, you've done nothing but, up until this point, you've done nothing but oval racing, whether it be on dirt or asphalt. So to really fall into such a quick flow, as Nate Beznerowitz trying to pit there, absolutely
Shortcut.
blows past pit lane. But anyways, back to what I was saying, for you to jump into this road racing deal, and I got to say, it's been pretty natural for you and Christian so far to jump in and broadcast in this, but I don't know if it was as good a domination as Sean Aikens in the LMP2. I feel like that's been even more of a dominant performance.
Yeah, from basically start to finish so far, Sean Aikens out front. He's been the car to beat. Something about Daytona, he is just dialed in here. And Jesse, I mean, I'm not going to lie, Sean was worried all week about this race. He's been calling me every night asking for pointers and tips, and I've been pointing him in the right direction. Thankfully, seems like it's really clicked together, and it looks like the same advice I gave Alex Lalonde, I've given Sean Aikens, and now he is looking to win this race for the LMP2s.
Well, you know as well as I do that a lot of it's in the paint scheme. But the better looking your car is, the faster it's going to be. And that Hutchison Motorsports LMP2 is bad fast out there on the track. No one even coming close to him in that class.
Looking at the board here, looks like Michael Ford has had some issues. He's junked it about 2 times in the last minute or so. So let's see what happened this last time in that 36. Michael Ford going to corner too hard, I can tell already, and wham!
Wow, that car is surprisingly resilient for as hard of a hit that was. You'd think with these IMSA cars, you'd think the whole front end of that car would become flying off, but it seemed like it hit pretty solid and didn't really budge. And it's the same corners that it always is. It's turn 1, and then it's going on to the oval where people just keep getting caught over and over and over and over again. And
yep, that happened, I believe it was the same lap. That was the start of that lap, and the end of the lap. It wasn't any better. It was actually worse.
I managed to both blow up at the same time.
Trouble for Rexy here, Jesse, in this replay. Let's see what happens here. As Cameron Fader goes in too hard. I can tell. You know, you can always tell in these cars when they go in too hard.
Just caught that faster car right in the rear bumper, and then that Mercedes GT3 trying to get around him had to do a little bit of an evasive maneuver. White flag here at Daytona to finish out season 3, and you can see him waving it up in the tower.
Yep, white flag in the air. Just needs to make one more lap around this speedway. 2.8 second lead. Dominic Ford out front. Sam Trotter behind him. And then Sean Akins, your LMP2 leader. While Lalonde taking home the GT3 win.
Yeah, he definitely had some competition from Miguel Torres. Unfortunately, some sort of connection or computer issue put Torres out of this race.
Final time onto the track here. Dominic Ford out front in your GTP class. Your overall winner at Daytona, Dominic Ford, takes home the GTP win.
Sam Trotter, Ian Drennan going to be second and third overall. It got close there, about a half a second gap between those two, but Trotter able to hold on to second.
And Casey Catola taking home the checkered, a fourth place finish for him. He is going to be your MCR Season 3 LMP2 champion.
That makes every single one of your league champions official for Season 3. Catola once again locks it up for the LMP2 class. Alex Lalonde locked up GT3 class last week. And then you have Michael Irsey gonna hold it down for the GTP class, finishing 7th tonight, but that is still good enough for the class win. All he needed to do was show up.